Welcome to the lesson, How Does Earth Rotate and Revolve in Space? We're going to explore how Earth travels around the Sun every year. We'll also learn the way our planet spins as it moves. And we'll discover just how all this activity affects Earth day after day. The vocabulary words for this lesson are constellation, orbit, axis, and rotate. Earth really zips along. It travels around the Sun at 30 kilometers per second, or just over 67,000 miles per hour. But our planet also has quite a spin as it speeds around the Sun each year. Hang on as we find out more. Imagine a rod stuck straight through Earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. That imaginary rod, or line, is called Earth's axis. Our planet rotates, or spins, all the way around its axis every day. As your area on Earth spins away from the Sun, you sit in darkness. As your area spins toward the Sun, you see the dawn. One complete rotation of Earth takes one full day and night. The length of a day on Earth is different from the length of a day on other planets. Click each picture to see in the evening your area on the planet is turning away from the Sun. At midnight, your area on Earth has rotated away from the Sun and it is dark. At dawn, your area on the planet begins to turn toward the Sun and it looks like the Sun is rising. In the middle of the day, your area on Earth is facing the Sun again. This process occurs continuously, day after day, throughout the seasons. Now that we've explored how Earth spins, see if you can fill in the rest of this sentence. Every day, Earth... That's correct. Earth rotates or spins around its axis every day. While our planet spins on its axis, it's also traveling through space. It takes one whole year, about 365 days, for Earth to revolve around or orbit the Sun. Earth's tilt brings us different seasons along the way. Drag the slider to see Earth begins its orbit. In this first image, the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the Sun, experiencing summer. Now we can see Earth's position when it is a quarter of the way through its orbit. As the northern hemisphere begins to tilt away from the Sun, we enter fall. Our planet has now traveled halfway around the Sun. Winter occurs when Earth is tilted away from the Sun, causing temperatures to drop. Depending on where you live, this can mean snow, rain, or just colder days. Earth is getting near the end of its orbit. As Earth begins to tilt back toward the Sun, we enter the spring season. Tilted toward the Sun, the summer season occurs, bringing warmer weather and school vacation. The planet has revolved all the way around the Sun, a journey that takes a year. Let's take another look at how Earth's position changes our views of the night sky throughout the seasons. When you look up on a starry night, the constellations, or groups of stars, that you see from the northern hemisphere are not what people in the southern hemisphere see. That's because they are looking toward a different part of space. So the constellations you see tonight are not the same as what you'll see in 6 months. That's because what's in our night sky changes as Earth revolves around the Sun. Click the label for each time of year to see how the constellations change as Earth moves around the Sun. Sagittarius and Scorpius appear in summer. Spring constellations include Leo the lion and Cancer the crab. In winter, Orion and the star Sirius can be found. Here, Aquarius and Capricorn light the fall sky. If you stayed up all night, you'd observe that the stars seem to rise, move across the sky, and set. Their movement often looks like a large circle. For people who live closer to the North and South poles, many stars seem to move in a small circle, never setting. But are the stars really moving in the sky? The answer is no. It just looks that way because Earth itself is turning. Now that you've learned how Earth moves, see if you can remember the meaning of these terms. Drag each word into the box where it belongs. Well done! Earth spins on its axis, Earth rotates once a day, and Earth revolves around the sun. Let's take a minute to recall what you've learned about Earth as it travels around the sun every year. Our planet spins, or rotates, all the way around its axis every day. Earth's rotation around its axis causes day and night. It takes one whole year, about 365 days, for Earth to revolve around, or orbit, the sun. As Earth revolves around the sun, its tilt causes the seasons. The stars in the night sky change as Earth orbits the sun. So the constellations we see tonight are not the same as what we'll see in 6 months. As Earth rotates, the stars we see often appear to rise and set. It looks that way because Earth itself is turning. Now that